Welcome back. Today I'm sharing all about our DIY pegboard wall and how I'm going to build it. This isn't your standard pegboard wall. I'm going to take it up a notch by making it both pretty and functional. And to do that, I'm going to frame it out with some 1x4s and make it look really nice. This is a great project for adding any kind of organization you might need for small items. I'm going to be using it for holding all of my commonly used tools in our garage, but it would work great in a craft room or for garden supplies or anything else like that. It's also a great beginner level project. I'm not using any kind of fancy tools. We're just going to be using a miter saw, a drill, and a brad nailer. The most important material for this project is the pegboard, and I'm going to be using this pegboard panel that I got from Home Depot. It came in a 4-foot by 8-foot size, and I had them cut it for me because it was just easier to transport that way, and it's one less cut that I have to do myself. For a 4-foot by 8-foot piece, it costs about $30, so it's super budget friendly. Alright, let's get started. Start by making the lumber cuts for the frame with a miter saw. You can get a full cut list and material list on my blog, linked below this video in the description box. Now that all of my boards are cut, I'm going to start by putting the back frame of the pegboard up on the wall. With pegboards, you can't just install them up against the wall flat. They have to have like an inch or two behind them so that there's room for your peg hooks to hang when you put them up on the pegboard. This will make more sense once we get to that part. First, I mark the studs with a stud finder. Then I marked at the level where the top of the pegboard frame will be. I'm installing the 2 vertical 1x2 boards at these marks on each side. I just used a brad nailer to install these boards to the drywall. They won't be supporting any weight, they're just going to be used to hide the side gaps along the frame, and they're going to have boards on top of them that will be secured to the boards into the wall studs. Next, I'm installing the top and bottom 1x4 frame boards. First with a brad nailer, just to hold them in place before I screw them into the wall studs with 2.5-inch screws. I'm adding 3 1x2 fairing boards into the wall studs, up against the top and bottom boards, as well as in the middle. This will make more sense later on, but basically these 1x2 fairing boards will support the actual pegboard, while the other boards are the backing frame for the pretty 1x4 frame. Now that our pegboard frame is installed on the wall, we can install the pretty 1x4 trim boards on top of it, and I'm just going to nail these into the boards that go into the wall studs, and they're just going to go up like right on top like that. Then the frame will be all framed up and we can add our pegboard on top of it. For these trim boards, I'm just installing them with brad nails. For the vertical boards, I'm making sure that some of the nails go into the boards that are attached to the wall studs. Okay, it's the moment of truth. It's time to put this pegboard up on the wall and see if it fits inside of our frame. It should be a perfect fit, you know? It doesn't fit. But that's okay, we'll cut it and fix it. Before I started building this pegboard wall, I should have measured my pegboard for the exact measurements of it, since I had it cut at the home improvement store and their cuts aren't always perfect. So just a tip, if you do get your pegboard cut at the store like me, make sure to double check the actual measurements of the cut pegboard and adjust your frame cuts if needed. I finished off the pegboard by securing it with 1-inch screws into the 1x2 fairing boards behind it. I'm going to finish it off with filling the nail holes, caulking all of the edges, and painting it the same color as our wall, which is Pure White by Sherwin-Williams. peg wall is all finished. Now I can add peg hooks to it and get it all organized. You might also notice that there's some shiplap under the pegboard now as well. Brandon added that for us so that this wall is totally done. For the peg hooks, I bought them at a few different places. They're all stick together. I have some that are for hanging like our drills and brad nailer and things like that. And then there's other ones for different other small tools. And I'll link below this video in the description box exactly where I found them. It's gonna be like a little puzzle trying to figure out where to put which peg hook and which tool, but I'll just figure it out as I go. I love how our DIY pegboard wall turned out. I think it's super cute and it's also really functional for me. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Not only was this project budget friendly, but it can easily be knocked out in a weekend, so it's super quick and easy. The next steps for this garage will be finishing the rest of our garage makeover. We need to add lots of storage as well as more organization, so make sure to follow along and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.